Hi everyone. I want to actually talk about a topic which is in our spirituality circle. There's a lot of a group who will tell you that you don't need to listen to the outside information because everything is inside you. I used to say the same thing, but I realized that you can't jump grade. Okay, Earth you can consider to be a playground, or you can consider it's a game. I do agree it's a game because in Akashic record I did see it's truly like a RPG game. Okay, I see the platform and you have coin or you have different capability score, and you will be reach to the score, you will be upgraded to next level. So I saw that. I know it's a game. But at the same time, you can also consider Earth is a school. And in the school, there are so many different level of the student, which represent by different people's conscious beliefs. Because in this universe, they don't understand your languages. They only understand the frequency and energy. Okay, so they don't care about our languages. So people's conscience is the only thing for the universe to divide the people and into different their own world, or you can say their own universe. Okay, so people have a similar frequency conscience level, they will be put into the same group. For example, on the earth, you can consider that there's still people which is doesn't matter how actually their age is, their conscious level still like a student or like
preschool.
So they will be put as
Preschool.
that level. And certain people's conscious level, again, it's nothing to do
With
who they are and what their actual age is, what are they doing with their work. It's nothing to do with that. It's pure conscious frequency. They already reach to the source level. So you can consider them their university student. Okay. So if you are university student, you tell a primary school student kid, you told them that you don't need to learn your own language letters. You don't need to learn the textbooks in the school because everything already inside you. What do you think the student will feel? They will look at you like, huh? They won't understand you, okay? And plus, university student want to tell the primary school student that you don't need to study and you have everything inside you, okay? Because they know that everyone needed to learn step by step to reach to that level, right? So for the
preschool.
student or kid, what they need to first learn usually is about like the basic human relationship, right? How to navigate in the society, how to identify people and learn human nature and to navigate the human relationships. So you don't jump grade. Okay, so at that time, most of the people still live in the matrix. Okay, the Earth's old matrix. Live in the old society rules, under that rules. They are the one who believe physical world, the 3D world is the only thing real. Anything can't be touched, can't be seen, can't be heard, it's not real. And if you are in that circle but you actually is more highly sensitive people, which you can hear more, see more, you will be labeled as something wrong with you, or you have psychological issue usually, so or you are mad. Okay, so you do not hang out with these people, okay, and you don't force yourself to be in that circle. That's what I mean. During that time, people usually can't really communicate with their inner self because they are still in the older program. But if you were born in this system and you actually can perceive more than the people around you, you can perceive more than them, you need to actually learn to navigate on your own and to go to the people which is the same kind with you, which is they are also can perceive more, they can hear. Okay, You need to find this group. You need to go there. But you actually conscious level is different with the pure 3D world people. So you're higher. But at that time, you still can't really listen to what's inner self information. So you still need to learn. So at that time, you still need to listen to the outside world, the channeling message. You also need to learn how to change your behavior, how to heal your trauma, how to connect with your inner child. Majority of the people at that time, or you need to know that in our society, majority of the humans still disconnect with their emotional body and mind body, astral body. So they are not really understand themselves and know themselves better. They don't know yet. So what you need to do is probably need to do shadow work, healing inner child session to bring back your inner child back to you so that you can hear what your inner child truly wants. And that's the way you get to know yourself, what you truly want. It's never about what your brain think you really want. It's about your inner child, what she want, what he want, and what she want to eat, what he want to eat, what she like, what he prefer to do. And that is, at that time, at that stage, is your inner voice. Lots of people in the beginning still have problem to communicate with their inner child, or they can't really connect with their inner self. And that's why you need maybe psychotherapist, you need a consultant like healer, me. I'll help you to reconnect with your inner child, because your inner child, whatever they truly like, is actually who you are. Okay? That's the stage for being awakening, start to have awareness. So that's the stage 1 for spiritual awakening. The second stage is that you integrate quite a lot of your inner child. And then you start to more integrate, and your heart chakra is open. You already know that the chakra, what they're doing, what they're for. And at that time, you are able to communicate with your higher self. And it's your heart chakra start to have information to tell you what you need to do. And that is your first time you actually can communicate with the higher self. Okay? But at that time, I'm still saying that you probably don't get a lot of information about what you need to do, because a lot of people's higher self doesn't tell them much. So you still rely on partially outside information. Okay, so that means you probably need to learn more about how to navigate human nature. Probably need to learn some your relationship with the higher realms relationship, which could be books, right? And also certain spiritual teaching through that time. But you also know that you need to listen to your heart chakra, which your higher self tell you. So that is time. And you see, even that stage, you still partially need to rely on outside information. Okay? And everything, you can't listen to the outside information, because a lot of times, universe will send the information through the outside source to awaken your inner part, which you feel resonate with. That's why I always say that when you're listening to any outside information, you always ask yourself, which part I feel resonate with, which part is not. The part which resonates with you is for you. The part is not for you. So there's no one person's channeling information is purely 100% match you. That's really rare. Okay? So at that time, you still partially rely on outside information, and you probably need to learn how to use your behavior to change to be more aligned with who you truly are. Next stage is the third stage, deeper integration. You can consider you are in high school now. So during high school, you will go through body detoxification. At that time, for example, I will use Antonio William. He's a medical medium, and to use his way to teach you how to detoxify your body. Because what we eat create who we are, and your body store so much trauma from not only this life, but also past life or even future. Future trauma. I did experience that. So you start to actually pay attention to more about your body. So at that time, somatic healing is involving more. Energy healing is involving more. For example, during that time, you can use Reiki healing. Well, there's a different Reiki healing. And I personally use Taoist Heaven Doctor Gate to doing the body healing every single day for myself. And the more you do, the more toxin will be purified or transmuted or released together with the universe energy. For example, the full moon is usually where your shadow rising up and you need to do shadow work, releasing all the traumas, detach any toxic people around you or people that service you highest good anymore. You need to release that. And then the universe energy will just come down you at the time because your chakra is all activate, so they will just come down to you, so you can feel the universe energy. So if you understand the surfer on the sea, so they surf along the sea, you will feel that you are like this. But it's not like you go down and you never go up. No, it's like you going slowly going up until one day, well, actually someone is in the beginning, they can connect with the source. That's another thing. But you will reach to the source energy. You will feel there. You will feel you are actually belong to the source. You are surrounded by the unconditional love. And you are so complete, so abundant that nothing can be compared in this 3D world because nothing is real here. It's like I play Super Mario game. I'm the player. Super Mario is my avatar. And doesn't matter Super Mario is a millionaire or billionaire, have so many golden coins you have. It's still you can't bring out to your real life and to use that to spend, right? You understand that. So you want to feel like in that game, I gain so much golden points. So what? You know, it only means that you play the game well. But you want to play the game well, it's still by learning how to jump, how to avoiding certain enemies, how to beat up bosser. Right? So this you need to practice because no one in the beginning, well, there's a certain genius that not in this category, but normal people, if you want to beat up a bosser, you need to learn how to jump properly, and there's a different jump, and you need to know how to use a different weapon, right? And to defeat different animals. Otherwise, you can't even reach to the castle. So same with the 3D Earth. You know that you're in the source energy level, but you need to also bring that frequency and grounding that frequency by learning how to manifest in this world. We call it manifest, but it's actually, you can also say co-create with the universe to create whatever game you want. For example, in the 3D Earth game, there's a game which is called Find Your Soulmate or Find Your Soul Family, whatever. So you want to find the true love, which is unconditional love with each other and truly free, not have any unhealthy attachment, right? Then you want to play this game, so they will put you into this playground field, which you can practice and learn through what you're learning. So you are co-create with the universe. At that time, you're just thinking, oh, I'm just playing a game. Because it is a game. So you're playing with the universe together. And let's say, let's play Find My True Love, Find My True Soulmate game. But you also know that whoever you attract to is just the same frequency as your conscious level. So people with big gap with you, conscious frequency, if they by accident see you, either see your video or see you in person, they won't truly understand you. And it's better that way because they will distort what you're saying because they still live in their world, which is a lot of projection. Because they didn't feel, their body didn't feel they were connected to the source, so they don't really understand what you mean. They will imagine what you mean, but at that time there will be so many misunderstandings between, So you will always, that's the universal gentleness, is that they're using humans' conscious frequency to divide the people so that the people who have same vibration, they will meet together. The moment when you feel that you need to explain to another people, or you feel like, these people really they're from zero, you already reached to 100%, and you have to teach them, you need to know that if you're not their teacher, if you are not, they're not your clients, you don't need to explain because that is the big gap between you two. They want to understand you. They have so many steps between, they can't jump great. Okay? But through all the process, like right now, I can connect with the source energy. I can feel. Okay? So now for example, I say, hi universe, I want to go back to the 3D dream world because it's a dream. A dream world, I want to play how to become Mario millionaire game. Right? I control Mario, right? So I want the Mario to be a millionaire. Let's play that game. And the universe say, okay, so you need to go to the, let's say, the earth have a finance world, right? Finance is have their own world. They have their own languages. Think about that. Yes, finance have their own languages. Like you need to understand what is a stock mean, what is a bond mean, what is a short investing mean, what is a long-term investment mean. They have fund, they have insurance, So if you never learn that in this playground, you are start from 0 point, which means I'm start as a
preschool
student. Although I learn a lot from the other playground, but I know the big rules of the universe, how it's run. But from this particular field, I'm still a premier school student. So which means I need to learn these basic informations, how to invest the money, and who already in this field really already a model, and who I can learn from them. So the universe actually really send these people in your world, which is have a really huge gap, and you need to listen how they did that. Because usually people reach to that level, they are very generous to sharing. If you are also quite an open-hearted person, and yourself is a very generous person who like to sharing, then you will encounter people in this industry, in the finance industry, who is also like to sharing, like to be honest, unconditionally teach you how to step by step to become their level. So you will meet people. But if you are
the person who
don't trust the love, if you're thinking everyone is just going to lie to you, they're just sabotage you, and in one way they always thinking about their own interest, they will never care about your interest, then you will meet people who teaching you and also behave like this. Okay, so your beliefs about this world is still affect you in every perspective in your life. Okay? Because your beliefs creating the world you are experiencing. Because the outside world, the universe, the 3D world is only a reflection about what you believe, what kind of a world you are living in, and they just resonate with you and showing you in your outside world how it looks like. So in finance industry, I meet these people and they were really telling you what they did and what's their downfall. When they lose money, they will tell you everything. And then you learn from them, learn from their mistakes, and then you practice just like what they said. If you feel that, oh, this person I really feel resonate, and you will just do so. Step by step, take action, you will become these people. So at that time, you see, you still need to get information from outside world. Okay? It's not like, oh, I'm already knowing everything, so I don't need to get anything outside. No! Again, don't jump the grade. Otherwise, you can't become the Mario millionaire or the Mario super soulmate full with love version. You can't, okay? Okay, that's all I'm saying. So if you think that I still need to learn from outside the information, it's okay. To see which grade you are in, you cannot jump the grade. Even nowadays, I still learning from outside. And I think it's perfectly fine. Because I can't know everything. As a human. So I would like to learn from the people who is in different field with me. They're excellent
at
what they're doing, and I'm learning from them. And I will be just like a humble student. I know nothing, so I will be a plain paper and to learn from them. Okay? So thank you for listening. If you think this information is truly help you, welcome to subscribe and keep following me, and I will have more information to show you about how to attract whatever you want to attract. Okay, bye-bye.